All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Amen. Through the spirit, all right. Back with some more economic news. All right, economic update. As I was out, I got this notification about the Dow plunging 700 points or so. Okay, and the spirit was on me, so when I came home, I just thought I'd do the sit down real quick. All right, which it was pretty evident that it was gonna drop, considering what had happened on Friday and over the weekend. Okay, now, yeah, it dropped 700 points, but hey, it's gonna get much worse. Okay, because although it dropped, you still have investors. People still have hope. All right. The reason why it hasn't collapsed yet is because people still have hope. All right, because here it is. Trump just said he's gonna meet with Putin and the and some Chinese I believe maybe it was somebody up there in the Chinese economy, at the G20 summit. Okay, and people are basically having hopes, hanging on to a little thread of hope. All right, that basically things could somehow get better, because they're in denial. They don't want to accept that this economy is done. All right, so it says Dow plunges as much as 700 points as investors fear escalating trade war threatens economy. And it is. Okay, and if these investors were smart, which some of them already see it, they would understand that the economy is going to collapse regardless of what you do. It's inevitable. Okay, the hoping and the doing this is all inevitable, because it's going to happen. All right, you can't stop it. It's part of prophecy. All right, so it says global markets drop, oil prices volatile as China tariff retaliation and Iranian threats loom over U.S. It says here U.S. markets plunged Monday as China said it would raise steep tariffs on $60 billion in U.S. goods, upping the skates of a trade war that threatens to imperil the global economy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down more than 700 points, or nearly 3%, in afternoon trading, as investors feared that a trade standoff with China would escalate into a full-blown economic crisis, pulling the U.S. and world economies into recession. Dragging the Dow were Apple, Caterpillar, and Boeing, with the drops of 5.78%, 5.11%, and 4.65% respectively. The blue chip index was headed for its lowest since January. The Standard & Poor's 500 stock index was down 2.5%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite was off 3.5%, its worst day of the year, and continuing the losses from last week. 10 out of 11 market sectors were in negative territory around noon. Utilities was the only bright spot. Okay, so you see how as time goes on, hey man, America is crumbling, and not only that, really the world. All right, the world is crumbling, man. The system, all right, this system that's in place, it's done, man. Okay, it's dead. It says both S&P 500 and Nasdaq were on track for their worst day of the year. The S&P on Monday was treading just above a key threshold of 2,800. Commodity futures in U.S. soybeans, the largest U.S. export to China, and copper, a predictor of the global economy, were both hitting lows on trade fears. Today's tit for tat in U.S./China trade tariffs has exacerbated tumbling futures out of fear that tensions could trigger a global recession. And you best believe that's what's coming, man. All right. It says Sam Stovall, chief investment strategist at CFRA Research. It says the drama began last week after President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on $200 billion of Chinese imports to the United States. He also told aides to begin plans to hit more than $300 billion in other Chinese goods. It says, I'll read a little bit more. It says Asian markets were down more than 1% on China's response, with the Shanghai Composite dropping 1.2% and Japan's Nikkei 225 down just shy of 1%. All right, now you notice how all these different the European markets, all right, is the German markets, France, all right, everywhere is being affected. All right, because this trade war, like, yeah, it might be between the U.S. and China, but it's gonna affect the world. That's why the world economy, the global stock market, the global economy is going to collapse. It's going to crash. Okay, and that's why people fear this trade war so much. Nevertheless, hey man, like we said, it's inevitable. Now, yeah, I mean, you could come back tomorrow, 2 days from now, and they'll be, oh yeah, the market is back on its feet, this and that. But that's only false hopes, man. Those are only false hopes. Okay? This current system is gonna be crashed and they're gonna bring in a new system. All right, where the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, is spearheading it. And that's gonna be the new currency. The new credit card, the new debit card, the new social security, everything. All right. You are gonna be your chip, basically. Now, when you go on here, RT News, all right, it says here, there it is. It says Trump will meet with Xi and Putin at G20. Now, hey, who knows, man? People might be looking at that as, all right, maybe he could patch things up with the, and then ease up the trade war and tensions between Russia and U.S. could calm down. Hey, who's to say this meeting at G20 isn't gonna only escalate things and make it worse? All right, because the Lord is pushing that. Hey, man, we're in a time of war, not peace. So don't expect peace, man. And if it looks like it's peace, it's only temporary. Okay. So here it says China strikes back at Trump's new tariffs, targeting $60 billion in U.S. exports. And look, man, this back and forth game is only gonna get worse, man. Okay, it's only gonna get worse. So hey, that's just a quick update, okay, concerning what's going on. All right, economically, man. But all signs are pointing, all right, downhill. Okay, all signs are pointing to this economy crashing, man. And then if you have common sense and you have eyes to see, you'll see that clearly. Okay, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. Call hello, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.